Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to your continuing coverage of various matches from within the International 2. My name is Toshley and I will be your commentator for the games that we have coming up here for you today. We will be continuing on with the grand finals of, as I just mentioned a few moments ago, as you might see here, or possibly right here, the International 2, the International 2012, the $1 million tournament in the world of Dota 2, arguably one of the most prestigious tournaments in the world of esports indeed. We were jumping into game number 3 of a potential best of 5 between the team of IG and Na'Vi. Na'Vi fan favorites from within the scene of Dota 2. They are currently winning it out in the winners bracket, not losing a single set thus far. Of course, evident in the fact that they are currently in the winners bracket. As I just mentioned, they will be fighting it out against a team of IG, Invictus Gaming, the champions from the land of China. They fought it out through the loser bracket. They lost previously in the semi-finals between Na'Vi, dropped to the lower bracket, fought it out, and have earned their place in the finals for the chance to win that $1 million prize. On the side of Na'Vi, we have Captain Puppy, following it up with Havorst, Dendi, Light of Heaven, and Arsot. And on the side of Invictus Gaming, we see Captain Faith following it up with Zhao, Ferrari 430, YYF, and Chuan. Jumping straight into the draft, we see Lycanthrope and Anti-Mage being removed out by the team of IG, with Na'Vi taking out Invoker, taking out Morphling. Have we seen this before? I think he's going to take out Furion. He might just take out Furion. I feel I've seen this draft before, Poppy. The same heroes, and Invictus Gaming's draft is, well, essentially the same as well. Lycanthrope, Anti-Mage, both heroes being taken out. Lycanthrope, of course, renowned for his ridiculous ability to push down towers, fantastic amount of damage. It's a different hero this time, though. Shrek's being taken out by the team of Na'Vi. Puppy decides to vary it up just a little bit. And we've got to say, Darkseer's still in the pool, Furion's still in the pool. Two very powerful heroes, two heroes that typically get taken out first. Chen is also still in the pool. Pudge is still in the pool. How exactly will the team of IG wish to proceed? Who will they ban out? Which hero do they intend on giving to Na'Vi? And which two heroes do they intend on securing for themselves? Interesting little thought. One thing that's great though is that Lycanthrope has been nerfed into the ground. His wolves now have half of their HP and they have more mana, and this is the death of the jungling Lycan. No more will he be able to sit in the jungle and get essential free uncontested farm unless you dedicate resources into shutting down that jungle, and it is great. IG decide to go with Chen and take him out. Na'Vi, they pick up a Rubik. They ignore the fact that they have a Furion, that they have a Prophet, and the team of IG have gone straight for that wombo combo, Darkseer and Enigma. If you can vacuum them up into a nice tight little sphere, if you can hit a 5-man black hole, it will be the death of Na'Vi's entire team if they can get that combination off. And Na'Vi are going to have to be very cautious of their positioning. They need to make sure that that Rubik is never grouped up with the rest of the group. He is an absolute necessity for stealing that black hole and countering the Darkseer vacuum Enigma black hole, because if he doesn't, it's not going to be good for the team of Na'Vi. If Rubik gets caught out in that black hole, it's very bad. The team of Na'Vi, they go with Nature's Prophet, they go with Naga Siren. They have to pick up that Naga Siren, because if they don't, the team of IG, or they could have actually banned her out in the next banning phase. Or maybe not, because they can pick, but they had to pick that Naga Siren, so the other team didn't pick Naga Siren, because Darkseer, Enigma, that's bad enough, but imagine a Naga Siren thrown in the mix. You open with the Song of the Siren, you vacuum them all into a tight little ball, which has been fixed. You can't vacuum through the Song of the Siren anymore, as of the latest patch, which came out about 90 minutes ago at the time of this recording. You can't do that anymore, but you could do it. They could have done it, and you don't want to let that happen. That is just instant death. Invictus Gaming, for their third and final pickup of the first set of picks, they select themselves a Silly Bear, the Lone Druid, the man who performs a fairly similar role to that of Broodmother, but is just considerably more farm dependent. Is that the Silly Bear? He will sit in a lane, he will go solo most likely, and he will push it out at every single opportunity. If you leave him alone, suddenly you'll realize your tier 1, your tier 2, and your tier 3 are gone, and you won't even realize what happened. It's definitely a considerable danger. Na'Vi are going to have to make sure that they've got a hero that can well, defend it with relative ease. And hey, who's this guy over here? This tree man, Furion. Yeah. So let's say Lone Druid's pushing out that bottom lane. He's pushing it out hard while the rest of Na'Vi are occupied, you know, dishing it out, some fisticuffs in a fight towards the top lane. Nature's Prophet TP's down to bottom, fights off that Silly Bear, protects the tier 1 tower, TP's straight back into the action, and is back with the rest of the team of Na'Vi to fight it out against IG in that little fisticuff battle that they're having towards the top lane. So, it works out nicely. Starting to tick away into the reserve time for the first set, or rather the second set of the banning phase for the team of Na'Vi. Who do they want to take out? Who do they want to remove from potential IG composition? Lanaya has been causing some problems, I would dare say, for the team of Na'Vi. It could potentially be a wise hero to ban out, and we are looking at those solo mids. We don't have a solo mid just yet for the team of IG. Na'Vi, they elect to take out the Tinker. Invictus Gaming, responding to that with a Tidehunter. And Tidehunter is a pretty obvious hero to be taken out because it's very easy to stop that black hole. Because you don't need to be positioned well or anything, you just mash R when you see enigmas around and cast a black hole. Unless, of course, you get caught in the black hole, which it shouldn't happen. You should need to be careful with your positioning as Tidehunter, of course, because you want to get those key ravages off at the opportune moment, indeed. Waiting in on the 5th and final ban coming in for Captain Poppy, and how we proceed. Will we take out another solo mid such as Lanaya? How exactly are we going to proceed? I'm thinking that Na'Vi are just going to be wiping out those powerful solo mids. We have the team of Na'Vi have their solo mid. They've got their semi-carry, Havorse most likely going to be playing on the Naga side. We've got our jungler in the form of Poppy to play on the Nature's Prophet. I would guess they're going to take out another solo mid, but again, it's not my decision, it's Poppy's decision. Of course, it also couldn't be my decision because this is all a month old. Indeed, the International was quite some time ago. What is it, October now? It's like 2 months old. It's old. Well, then again, it was the end of August, so I guess 1 month. Bit more than that. Poppy, 30 seconds of reserve time remaining, is thinking long and hard about the 5th and final hero to take out. I'm thinking Lanaya, but again, not my decision. 20 seconds to go. He's not going to have much time to decide for the next 2 picks, but he might already know what he wants to select for himself. 10 seconds to go, Poppy. Looking at the lanes thus far, well, not sure if we're going to have a jungling Furion or not. It's obvious Rubik will be taking up the role of solo mid. We'll see Nagasaran most likely down bottom being babysat alongside someone else. We could also see Trilane potentially up at top. The options are right now really open for the team of Na'Vi. And their 5th and final ban out is going to be Venomancer, not going to be seeing the light of day. Typically not a hero that gets banned out, but has one of the highest pick rates, not just in the International too, but within Dota in general. Very popular hero, a very good hero, especially towards the early stages of the game. Great counter push and has a nice amount of teamfight presence as well. Invictus Gaming, 5th and final hero to be banned out for them. They've got plenty of reserve time remaining, unlike the 5 seconds that Poppy has secured for himself, but we're closing in on the end of the draft. It doesn't really matter if the reserve time is getting a little bit low. What do IG want to remove out? Na'Vi, they've got a nice composition. They don't really have a support. They're not going to play Rubik on support. That's just absurd. Western teams, non-Chinese teams don't do that. The Asian teams do it all the time. I don't think I've ever seen a non-Asian team do it. Play Rubik on that support. They're going to take out Enchantress, which I find is a curious move, simply due to the fact that, well, Poppy has his hero, the Nature's Prophet. So Poppy is the only one that's going to be playing Enchantress on the side of Na'Vi. That seems like a curious hero to be taken out by the team of IG. 4th pickup for the team of Na'Vi going to be that of Rasta, secured up by them. Hero to be playing that support role, taken up by Arsart. Provide a nice amount of utility, great push in the form of the wards. The shackles are fantastic at holding someone down. Going to be very good against someone like Darkseer, who can easily run away. You hold them down with the shackles, they're going nowhere. The haste will be useless. Then we of course have the Hex, the Chicken, great on pretty much any single hero at all. And then of course the Ether Shock, which provides a nice amount of counter push, nice amount of damage for assisting out with ganks, as well as clearing out creep waves at a fairly efficient manner. How will IG wish to proceed? We don't really have a support, we don't really have a solo mid. We need that solo mid for Ferrari 430, we need that support to do things like warding and so on and so forth, getting those mechanism-like items, but most likely Darkseer will handle the mechanism, handle the pipe. We just need a ward bitch, basically. As to who they will want to secure for themselves, not a clue. But Lanai is still in the pool if Ferrari 430 wants to play that. And Ferrari 430 is very fond of his Lanai. Been doing a great job in this competition, but we're not going with Lanai for our mid, we're going with Queen of Pain. That will be Ferrari 430's solo mid hero. As to who our 5th and final hero will be, we'll just have to wait and see. Looking at the lanes coming in from IG. Darkseer solo... Ooh. Darkseer solo lane, solo off lane, Lone Druid solo off lane. Enigma's most likely going to be in the jungle. I'm not sure. Asian teams aren't particularly fond of junglers. It's possible he might be in lane. Maybe we'll see Enigma taking the off lane. And we'll see Darkseer, something weird like Darkseer Lone Druid. It's a possibility. Put the Ion Shell on that bear, walk straight up to the heroes and slap him in the face. You don't even need to be close enough to do damage. Dragon Knight going to be the 5th and final hero to be secured up by Na'Vi. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess. I don't know who's playing who. Who's going to be playing on the Dendi? Who's going to be playing Rust? Disruptor. I'm not sure who's going to be playing who. The 5th and final hero to be taken up by the team of IG going to be that of Disruptor. There's our support hero. There's a hero that I would have thought would have seen much more play within the International 2. He seems to have so much versatility. Nevertheless, on the side of Na'Vi, on the Radiant side of the field, we see Dendi taking up the role of the Dragon Knight, Poppy to play on the Rubik, Light of Heaven playing on the Nature's Prophet, Arsart to take up the role of the Shadow Shaman, and Havorst playing on the Naga Siren. Boy, the heroes that are, the players that are playing the heroes today are definitely not what I would have expected. The hero composition is also, again, not what I would have expected from the team of Na'Vi. Over on the dire side of the map, on the side of Invictus Gaming, we see Chuan to play on that Enigma, indeed going to be jungling, Faith to be playing in on the Disruptor. We see Silly Bear being played by Zhao, Queen of Pain to be played by Ferrari 430, and Darkseer to be played by YYF. Now this is curious. The Bear is chilling out alongside the Darkseer. I wonder if Darkseer is controlling this or if the Bear is. Remember, you can share your unit controls with other heroes, so it might be Darkseer that's controlling this. It's not some sick micro to come out of Zhao, although it could possibly be. I do not doubt the Asians and their capability to micro at all. It could very well be the case. Chuan sitting around mid to just deny the first creep that pops up. So Chuan will be in the jungle. Silly Bear is going, looks to be going alongside Disruptor. And Darks is solo bottom alongside the Bear. Over on the side of Na'Vi, we see Havorst alongside Arsar chilling it out of the bottom lane. We see Poppy venturing about the place. Might be a tri-lane down towards the bottom, quite possibly. We'll see Dendi solo mid on the Dragon Knight, and up the top, we see Light of Heaven taking the off lane. Double damage rune immediately denied by the Lone Druid right there. It says he activated it, but I'm pretty sure he denied it. Pretty sure. And immediately we're initiating with the pulling of the creep wave coming in from the Bear. There's no reason not to do that, especially at this stage of the game. You can't kill the Bear. It's not going to happen. It will take you a year to kill it. A ridiculously long time. So this is going to be a bit of a nuisance. It's going to be a bit of free farm to Darkseer. Definitely a very curious combination actually. Not what I would have expected, but I can see how exactly it's going to work out for the team of IG. Very interesting strategy. We can already see the harassment being dealt down to Dendi. Shadow Strike the first thing to be landed in, and the right clicks moving in at every single opportunity. Dendi, despite the extra regeneration that he gets from Dragon's Blood, he's not going to have the greatest time going up against the Queen of Pain in the middle lanes. While Puppy moves into the assist, Telekinesis go down immediately, blinking out, blinks straight into the Dragon's Breath. Very nice prediction coming in from Dendi. Just a bit of damage sustained, nothing more than that. The Iron Shell doing some damage to Havorst. He's just sitting right next to it. He doesn't care in the slightest. The Bear can't attack. You got to remember this. It's way too far away from the Lone Druid, who's all the way at top. So all it can do is sit next to them, body block, and that's about it. And I also have no idea why it's floating in the air. That part eludes me. Towards the middle lane, Dendi already being brought down to half HP, sitting on 5 for 1 on the last hit department. Not as bad as I thought. 2 to 1 on the Queen of Pain, but the Queen of Pain has been dealing immense amount of harassment. Well, harassment at every single opportunity. The Disruptor is going to play an interesting role. He can harass a good amount with the Thunderclap, but the power goes in the telekinetic field, which we are seeing displayed right here. Light of Heaven currently trapped up, can't move away. He's taking a lot of damage. He's a couple right clicks away from death, and that is first blood for the team of Invictus Gaming. Light of Heaven venturing a bit too far forward, and as a result, he pays for it with his life.
Come to me.
I'm going to see Rubik alongside Dendi. This is an absolute necessity, because Ferrari 430 is capable of doing this. Telekinesis go down, a few right clicks to come, but nothing more than that. Dendi's venturing up to the top lane to check for the rune. He has a bottle and invisibility rune secured under his belt. But Ferrari 430, if he didn't have the assistance of Poppy towards his middle lane, he would have the worst time of his life. He's already having not such a great time in the first place. Havorst making life, or rather YYF making life a little bit difficult for Havorst, but Havorst doesn't mind the damage all that much. In fact, just right clicking down on YYF panic surges away. Gotta go fast. But back onto the topic of Disruptor, what's really powerful is Glimpse. This is why I expected Disruptor to be played so much more in the International, is this Glimpse ability. Ferrari 430 almost getting himself caught out right there. Just for a few seconds, got fairly low, but was able to blink out successfully. The disables to come out of the team. This little duo towards the middle lane with Na'Vi. Not enough. Not enough to stop the Queen of Pain from blinking away to safety. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? I have no idea what's happening here. He has minus experience. The bar is going completely the wrong way. I don't know what's going on. I think it's because there were some changes in the levels in the latest patch, but of course this is an older replay on an older patch, so things might be getting a little bit confused. Quite possible. Dragon's Breath to fly down Ferrari 430 to sustain a little bit of damage, but Dendi is having it all returned straight back into his face. Queen of Pain loves being dirty like that. Ugh. I've been trying to speak about Disruptor, but every single time action just unfolds, but you really can't complain about action. So this Glimpse, at max rank, has 1800 range. Now if you look at level 2, it has quite a bit of range. At max rank, it's something like this. It's a massive arc, and it means no one is escaping from the team of Invictus Gaming. If Disruptor is present, no one's joining in on the fight. Not to mention that if someone TPs in, you can send them straight back to base. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculously good skill. Light of Heaven transitioning into the jungle, as he is somewhat forced to do due to the fact that, hey, this top lane's got quite a bit of aggression dealt to it. The telekinetic field, the lightning storm, and of course the glimpse to pull them straight back into the action is going to make life pretty difficult, and you can't even TP out as Furion. The static storm will be soon as he nears his way to level 6, and then he has a glimpse to send him straight back into the action. TP's moving towards the top lane, maybe not. Chuan is joining in on the fray. Enigma looks so funny when he's currently running in on haste, and this tier 1 tower towards the top is going to be sustaining a large amount of damage. There's a big creep wave, there are some conversions moving in. It's been cut off by the bear who's been summoned back towards his top lane, and Faith is just... well, the team of IG are just beating down on it. Fortification is available, not going to be used, and the top tower takes it full. The team of IG secure themselves the first tower 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the game, and they've got no reason to stop now. The sole defender is that of Puppey, and Puppey alone will not be able to do all that much to fight it out against this trio of death. Faith is moving in, he wants to get a glimpse. He glimpses straight back into the same place, but he is trapped in the telekinetic field. But alas, the bear moves in, a couple of right clicks, nothing more than that. Puppey's coming to, or Light of Heaven is coming to join the fray. Wants to try and defend this as best as possible. The rest of them are moving in. Denny coming in from the sidelines. The bear is going to scat out ahead. Very smart indeed. And the team of IG are looking like they're going to back off. They don't want to continue to fight in on this. Ferrari 430 currently sitting at 17-9 in the last hit department. Taking a quick gander at Dendy. 17-6. So the creep score fairly even on both accounts, despite the amount of harassment that Ferrari 430 has been dealing to the poor Dendy. Nagasaran currently getting some solo lane experience, 31 for 7 in the creep score department, looking relatively good. Enigma has a nice amount of last hits as well, but of course a big chunk of these are jungle creeps, which needless to say don't really count. Well, I mean they do count, but they're nowhere near as highly valued as lane creeps. Lane creeps are just worth more than jungle creeps, until you can jungle really efficiently. Things settling down for the most part. Trees missing. Furion just decimating the jungle because he's a bastard. And this trio of immense push is still continuing to just chill it out here. They're looking for another opportunity to push out on this top lane. And Light of Heaven cannot venture too far forward. He should probably make his way back into the jungle. But alas, he has no desire to do any such thing. Counter warding action going on. Denny getting the last hits, having a relatively alright time. Queen of Pain electing to back off, doesn't want to get too close, realizes that we've got 2 sets of stuns, 2 sets of disables to come out of this duo right here at the middle lane, and it could result in the death of the Queen of Pain if the damage is sufficient enough. There goes Faith, trapped in the Cyanox spawn, he just gets out, the scream misses! And TP's rolling in. Not the best of engagement for the team of IG. It looks like they had it. I think the scream of, or the ulti just barely nicked Dendy there. But alas, he wasn't trapped in the telekinetic field. The glimpse was a little bit premature there. And I don't think it changed anything because they weren't really doing anything. You gotta wait that 5 seconds. Remember, it puts them 5 seconds back in time. And as a result, you can't just use it as soon as you initiate. You need to wait till they're running away or moving forward or something. You gotta take a mental note when you're playing Disruptor. Constantly count to 5. Whenever you see an enemy start counting to 5, take note of where their position was when you started counting and where it will be after those 5 seconds pass, and, you know, so on and so forth. Gotta think, man. Nagasaran working towards a Vanguard by the looks of it. This XP bar is going to be just annoying. It's covering half of the mini... oh, it's covering a very minuscule amount of the mini-map. Still a bit of a nuisance. Zhao currently sitting on 43 to 11 on the Lone Druid, looking fairly good. The Naga Siren just barely surpassing in terms of last hits. Barely. Towards the middle lane, telekinesis go down. Ferrari 430. Denny gets trapped in the telekinetic field. He's trying to run around, but the black hole comes down. They really want to get this kill, and they will indeed get it. The black hole is enough to secure the kill. No spell to be stolen by Poppy. He's currently sitting on level 5, which is downright unfortunate. No idea how close he is to level 6. Scream, as well as a couple of right clicks, come out for Ferrari 430, landing in on Poppy. The healing, or rather the Tango, will bring him straight back to where he needs to be. Nice little dodge. The conversions moved back when he cast the Fade Bolt to make sure they didn't get afflicted by the damage reductions. Very smart move coming in by Chuan, the Enigma. Ferrari 430 to secure himself a Rune of Regeneration. This is pretty much harassment with absolute impunity. Move in, do some right clicks, scream, shadow strike, so on and so forth. Take some damage, it doesn't matter. You've got a Rune of Regeneration. Start moving in from the side. They want to try and catch out YYF. The net goes down. There goes a right click. We need a Shackle to follow it up. Yes, indeed. But the Static Storm's going to cause some problems. YYF is going to be able to get away. We're trapped in the telekinetic form. It's dealing some damage. The field combined with that Static Storm is an absolute nuisance. Would have been the easiest kill of Na'Vi's life, but alas, they managed to get away. But they did trade an ulti for that. It's not exactly a cheap trade. Ulti will be off cooldown for the next 60 seconds, but at this stage of the game, engagements aren't really going to be happening left, right, and center, and as a result, the ulti will probably be off cooldown by the time the next engagement comes underway. Things are settling down for the most part. Zhao, 58 Havor's 58 last hits under his belt, 800 in the bank. Working his way towards that Vanguard, counterwarding action to come out of both sides. Is that in range? I'm not entirely sure. But again, things settling down for the most part. Silly Bear saving up the money, 2,700 in the bank. Quite clearly working his way towards a Radiance. Wants to get that Sacred Relic, build into a Radiance, start the pushing, start the farming, and all that good stuff. Flame Breath to go down. Ferrari 430 is very reluctant indeed to push even the tiniest bit far forward. The stun combined with the telekinetic field from Poppy is going to cause some problems. But there's 3 heroes of IG here. We can see Disruptor hiding in the sidelines, waiting for the superior positioning and the right moment to strike. Pushing in towards a tier 1, Flame Breath to go down. Ferrari 430 moving in on the offensive. Alexa back off after taking a little bit of damage. Blinking away, very nice. Dodging the tower hit. TP's rolling in. TPing ahead, we've got the rune. Haste secured up by Light of Heaven. Glimpse sends him all the way back to where he was, and that actually helps him because now he goes straight back into jungling. Oh, he's treants are cleaning up the mess anyway.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Chuan, item-wise, working towards a medallion or buckler. I'm an idiot. As you'd expect, Chuan working towards a mechanism. YYF, just a magic wand. Probably going to work his way towards a pipe. 1,300 in the bank for Havorst. Rasta has nothing, but such is the life of a support. You typically don't have all that much. Bracer and Boots coming in on the Dragon Knight. 36 last hits on the creep score. Looking at 44 for Queen of Pain. Spell stolen. Denny moving in. Telekinetic field traps out Poppy. No, it doesn't. He blinks out. Very nicely done. Lightning Storm causing some problems. What a nice spell for steal. Nice spell to steal. I think he would have gotten out of that anyway, but just in case. Just in case. Things once again settling down. Na'Vi down 2 kills. Taking a quick gander at the experience, or rather the gold. We're closing in on a 5k advantage for the team of IG. And looking at the experience, closing in on a 4k advantage once again for the team of Invictus Gaming. Vanguard in hand for Nagasiren. Havorst farming it up as best he can. Most last hits on the field right now at 76. Compared to Silly Bear's 72, who almost has enough for his Sacred Relic, just 200 more, and he will have that underhand. Smoke Gain coming out for the team of IG. They're looking for the superior positioning, and they will have it. There are 2 heroes here. There are about 4 heroes for them, but they're not coming in from the behind. They're actually going, moving straight in defensive posture. Haste going in. We have YYF charging in on the offensive. No vacuum. The vacuum has failed. and Arsat needs to back out very rapidly. These wards might be able to take this down. The team of IG are going to have to clean this up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom tower taking some damage. Arsat moves in once again. He's manly indeed. The shot goes down, trying to weaken the creep wave as best as possible. He should be able to get this. One more right click will do it. Yes, indeed. He tried to get the deny, but alas, no such thing was had, and the Rasta takes a kill on the tower. The first tower secured up by the team of Na'Vi towards that bottom lane. Dragonform being popped off from Dendi, getting very low here on that bear. Trying to zap away, immediately gets recreated. Na'Vi decide to back off. Now that they know that the group that was at bottom now could be anywhere, they don't want to find themselves getting ganked. Invisibility rune secured up by the Dragon Knight and immediately activated, going on a little bit of a venturing mission. This XP bar is really annoying. Thunder coming on in Faith, they want to try and take him down as fast as possible. The Flame Breath takes a kill, easy peasy, a nice little cleanup for the team of Na'Vi, and the first kill of the game indeed. $45 for 9, the last hit department. Zal, no Sacred Relic just yet. About 50 more and he will have it. Tier 2 sustaining a tiny bit of damage by the looks of it, but nothing that they can't handle. Dragonform being popped off, trying to harass down Zhao as much as possible. Dragonform actually it was the same Dragonform, disregard that. Avor's pushing in on the tier 1 tower, he's taking some damage. Oh no, he's fine. The Illusion's going about to scout it out just a little bit, very smart indeed, doesn't want to find himself caught out. Zhao is still sitting here towards this middle lane. YYF being caught out, receiving a couple of right clicks, and Havor's backs off to the safety of his side of the map. Doesn't want to get caught out at all. Puppy currently running in for his life. He stole the bear. He has a bear of his own. Isn't that cute? It's a cute spell to steal. This will allow him to push it out. Push out the lane just a little bit easier. Flame Breath to go down. No denies to be had by the bear. Zhao is holding out as best he can, and he's a bear. He can do this. He doesn't give a crap about anything. IG Smoke Gang coming up. Haste Rune to be secured up by Ferrari 430. This is going to reveal their positioning if the team of Na'Vi have wards there. If they were paying attention to that rune. Courier! Courier! Are they going to go for it? Yes, indeed. The Courier gets taken down. Easy peasy. Immediately jumps into the air. And now the team of Na'Vi realize, oh god, we need to get out of here. Dendy currently running as best he can. The Scream, all the damage to come in from Dendy. The net, the Sonic Scream. They really wanted that kill and they got it. Easy peasy. And Poppy needs to be cautious. He needs to be worried. They can see right where he is. Did they just send someone back to base? I heard Kinetic Field go down. I think they may have sent someone back. I'm not sure. No, it wasn't Light of Heaven. It's not on cooldown. I don't know what happened. Meanwhile, Rubik takes a full double kill secured up by the Queen of Pain. Poppy, I'm really surprised he was still sitting there. He was sitting right next to this ward the whole time. Didn't back off. Just sat around. Of course, he doesn't know that the ward is there, but there is a big ball of death on the opposing team that's not too far away. One would think that backing off would be a somewhat of a wise idea. Thus far in this game, IG are looking as dominant as they were in the preliminaries and looking as dominant as they were in the first game. Na'Vi not looking how they looked in the previous game. Looking a little bit weak. Light of Heaven risking it out just a little bit. In the enemy jungle has himself a Hand of Midas working towards a glorious, glorious mechanism for his team. Queen of Pain currently sitting on a Null Talismans and boots. Power Treads, of course. Wards for Poppy. Revorce currently sitting on a Vanguard. Nothing more currently except for some Arcane Boots. And 1600 in the bank for her. Could possibly be going for a Radiance. It's a very popular item to get on the Nagasar, and you can farm really nicely with it. You send the illusions in the jungle. You can also push out the lanes because, of course, all these illusions get the Radiance. So extra damage. You can't really complain about it. Whoop. What the hell? Where did Arsat go? He got sent all the way back to base. That poor bastard. See, the range on that is absurd. Let's have a look. It's probably level 4, level 4. Look at the range. Look at it. It is absurd. No one is getting away from the team of Invictus Gaming. Denny has to be careful. He's lucky that was on cooldown, because if it wasn't, he would have been oh so incredibly dead. And it works nicely with the bear, because the bear can charge in on the offensive and bring vision. No one getting caught out, but the tower is sustaining a lot of damage. The Radiance Burn dealing some damage from that bear as well. Net to go down. They really want to try and take it down. Telekinetic Field as well. We're stacking a lot of disabled. We want to try and take this down as best as possible. And it does get taken. No, it gets recreated, but it is currently on cooldown. Moving in on Denny, he gets sent back straight into the Telekinetic Field, or alas, he's blocked by it. Malthus starting to come down as well. Denny is in a lot of trouble. A few more right clicks will do it, and he does get taken down. Easy peasy. That Disrupt is really throwing a wrench in Na'Vi's plan. It's really disrupting their game plan. Oh god, why? Why? Alright, it's just obvious. He's disrupting. And from here on out, IG, looking like they want to try and take on Roshan, quite possibly. The team of Na'Vi are one member down, and it is a very critical member for their current, well, offensive, I guess, because he's tanky. He's the one that's absorbing a big chunk of the damage, as well as dealing it, but alas, they're not going to go for such a thing. I guess they're a little bit worried about the Naga Siren ulti. You can very easily steal the Roshan or set up a nice gank, because Roshan is not affected by Song of the Siren, which is dumb, in my opinion. Bottom tower gets taken down. All the exterior towers, all the tier 1 towers secured by the team of Na'Vi. I mean, the team of IG. Light of Heaven being sent back to base, straight into the telekinetic field. Na'Vi are moving in to try and defend. Static Storm to be placed down. No spells to be cast. The boards have been dropped, however. Denny moving in. Stun to come in on Chuan, trying to do what he can. The shackles have landed in on Ferrari 430. He will be able to blink away to safety. Chuan currently running as best as he possibly can. Mech to go down. Telekinetic field to drop as well. He gets him down, but he gets a black hole off in time. And then the Sonic Scream does a lot of damage. Vacuum into the telekinetic field. And the entire team of Na'Vi. And then Song of the Siren ruins everything. How close? Almost every single Na'Vi member of Na'Vi got so low on health, but alas, they were able to escape. The Bearer's giving chase. YYF are doing the same thing. Looks like they might not be able to get away so easily. Poppy's staying back because he has the extra HP. Light of Heaven needs to juke and TP out, but Poppy is looking very dead. Havor's moving in to try and help out as best he can. Net to go down telekinetic field, and a blink back to safety on the Bear. No kills to be had, unfortunately. But geez, isn't that Naga Siren ulti annoying as hell? Deny coming in. Queen of Pain denying IG's a middle tower. No tower for you. They yell at Na'Vi from across the map. That could have been a really bad fight for Na'Vi. This could be bad for Denny. Vacuum straight back in. Right clicks are coming down. Shadow Strike to go down. He's trying to TP out. It's the only thing he can do. Hex to land down there on the Bear, and he will be able to successfully get out. But Poppy's now caught out in position, but does back off to the safety of his tier 2 tower and should ultimately be okay. Nice ward placement to come out of the team of IG. It's going to give a nice amount of vision. But seriously, look at the range on this freaking ability. Look at it. All you need is the Bear can move in on the offensive. He can soak up the hits. And that Thunderclap works out nicely as well because it gives vision. The Thunder Strike, rather. And then you pull Poppy straight back in. Ferrari 430 giving them vision. Back him straight in. Nice telekinetic field and the Static Storm. But Poppy and Ferrari and Dendy get out, but he gets sent straight back in. Poppy's about to take a fall. Dendy caught in the Static Storm. He does get himself out, but he's taking a lot of damage. Mech Charge to try and bring them straight back to where they need to be. He's currently at half HP. But he should be enough for him to survive for the meantime. Two members of Na'Vi fall very easily to the might of IG. They're domineering in this game unrelentlessly. Relentlessly dominating, I think. Bad at English. Fortification goes down, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. Na'Vi do not have the force or the fire they need to try and hold onto this tier 2 tower, and it will get taken down so easily by the team of IG. Or maybe they want to try and deny it. TPs are rolling in. They really want to try and fight it. He's just going to get sent straight back to base. When the Siren goes down, the Vacuum straight into the telekinetic field. The wall goes down. Flame Breath to try and do some damage. Denny's taking a lot of damage as well. Poppy's still currently out of the action. Denny's about to take a fall. Chuan getting low on HP, but for the most part, he'll be alright. Havor's trying to run for his life. Light of Heaven doing the same thing. The wards have dropped down. YYF moving in the offensive. The shackles to come down on YYF. The damage is not enough. Arsar gets Vacuum straight back into the telekinetic field, and he takes a fall. A double kill coming in for Zhao. Three members of Na'Vi melt at the cost of nothing once again. Havor's trying to do what he can. The ward's dealing a little bit of damage, but the team of IG just brush it off as if they were just tickles that they don't care about in the slightest. And from here on out, transition into Roshan. Two members of Na'Vi are dead. They now are forced to lick their wounds, clean up the mess that IG just left all over their front door. That sounds really dirty. They pretend like dog poo or something. Taking a quick gander at the gold, a 7.5k advantage secured by the team of Invictus Gaming, and the experience department echoes the same statement, closing in on that 7.5k advantage once again in the team of Invictus Gaming. Looking at the items, we see a mechanism coming in on Chuan, Faith currently sitting on nothing more than an Urn of Shadows, Darkseer, Tranquils, and of course working his way towards that Hood of Defiance. Ferrari 430 working towards a Sheepstick. We see Zhao, of course, we've seen that Radiance, has a Treads. As to what he wants to work towards next, well, it's really up to him. Is there anyone I haven't covered? I think that's everyone on the side of Invictus Gaming. And over on the side of Na'Vi, how are we looking item-wise? Urn and nothing else. Denny just sitting on, working towards a BKB, but just got Treads and a Bracer. And again, nothing more than that. Naga Siren, 3,400 in the bank. She really needs to buy something. I think she's indeed saving up for that Radiance. Wants that Sacred Relic, but just has a Vanguard for the time being. Nature's Prophet, Mechanism, working towards a Necro book quite possibly. And Rasta having Arcane Boots, but you know, that's how you live as a support. Team of IG smoking up. They're looking for some kills. Will they be able to find any? No one seems to be getting caught out of position. I was worried for Dendy and Havorce for a few moments, or Dendy and Poppy, I think it was. I think it was Dendy and Poppy. They were venturing around here. But alas, they're fine. They're moving into the Roshan pit. A bit late. I'm surprised they didn't try and do this earlier, considering while Na'Vi were all offline. Song of the Siren is available, but Na'Vi seem to have no idea that this is going on. Faith is staying in on the offensive. He wants to try and make sure that no one creeps up on them. Arsart walking up towards the top lane. They have no idea that this is going on, and this is going to be an Aegis of the Immortal for the Bear. The Bear having 1700 HP and a nice chunk of armor. He's already difficult to take down as it is, but now imagine trying to kill him twice. It's going to be painful for the team of Na'Vi. Water speed drop down. They're trying to take down this tier 2. TPs are rolling in. Fortification not available for the team of IG just yet. Zao TP's in on the offensive. Telekinetic field's been dropped. Dendy gets sent straight in. Chuan's moving in. Immediately gets turned into a chicken. No black hole for him. Dendy's sustaining some damage. Nice vacuum. The black hole immediately gets cancelled. The shackles go down as well as the net. The wall's causing some problems, however, for the team of Na'Vi. Song of the Siren goes down, and Na'Vi can escape unscathed. TP's coming in from Havorce. The rest of Na'Vi back off or TP out, whichever precedence that they choose. Chuan wants to scout it out just a little bit, going to find no one. Not the greatest of black holes. He also has a blink dagger, which he must have just bought ever so recently. Maybe I failed to notice it. Maybe I didn't actually look at him. Pretty sure I looked at him. I'm just bad. This XP bar is annoying. It's so stupid. But in case you don't know, they actually changed the amount of experience required to get to level 7 and level 8. Simply to make life for supports a little bit easier. I'm going to have to research these patch notes again. I've read over them several times, but you got to know how the game works, and a lot of changes have been made. Aegis of the Immortal, of course, in hand for the Bear, and the Bear is going to be hard to kill. You're going to have to kill him twice, too. And he's capable of dealing absurdly large amounts of damage, assuming he has that Bear available, which he no doubt will have. Sacred Relic coming in on the Naga Siren, still has some more that she needs to get, though. Darkseer has himself a Pite. That's a nice amount of spell damage to be absorbed from the team of Na'Vi. Ferrari 430. 2300 in the bank. And the team of IG, they're waiting in position. They want to try and move in. Nice positioning coming in out of these Naga Siren units. Spreading out the Radiance burn, which he doesn't have, so there's no Radiance burn. But going to spread out that Riptide damage and provide nice scouting as well. Sprout to immediately come in on the Bear. Chicken to be turned in. They're going to be able to take it down. A 300 gold for the team of Na'Vi, and can't be recreated for the next 10 seconds. And this is going to force the team of IG to back off until they can bring that Bear straight back into the action, which admittedly won't take very long. In the meantime, it looks like they want to try and take down this bottom tower. Tier 2 towers, they should be fairly easy for the team of IG to take down. They're very vulnerable, and Na'Vi are forced to stick in their base. They can't really leave. They need to hold it out as best they can. It's a great warding spot, by the way. Gives you a nice amount of vision. I just need to take a moment to look at the range on this ability. Look at it. How absurd is it? It's an insane amount of range. It's ridiculous. And it means no one's getting away. No one is running from a gank if Disruptor is, if the Thrall has anything to do with it. Tier 2 tower taking damage. Fortification is available, but losing it would just be a waste. They are not going to hold this out. The entire creep wave has been eliminated. They don't care about the backdoor protection in the slightest.
Radiant's bottom tower
Ignoring action being dealt down. The tier 2 takes a fall. Easy peasy. Necronomicon to be secured up by the Nature's Prophet. Extra bit of pushing power. Rank 2 Necrobook, actually. Fade Bolt does some damage. Reduces their right-click damage as well. Forces the team of IG to back off, at least for the time being. And it looks like they're going to retreat. They want to push towards this middle lane. Push it out just that little bit more. Retreat being had by the team of IG. They've got no reason to push in if they can't guarantee victory. But of course, Roshan will be returning to the fray in about 7 minutes. They have a good amount of time. But in the next patch, the Aegis of the Immortal lasts for only 6 minutes, which is actually a really good change. It prevents them from holding onto that Aegis, using it at the last moment, and then getting another Aegis after they win the team fight. And essentially having just this endless chain of Aegises. It prevents the person who takes Roshan from having a significant advantage the entire 10 minutes until that Aegis gets used up. So I think it's a pretty good change. Darkseer working towards... is he going for Aghanim's, or is he... This just doesn't build into anything but Yeah, is he going for Aghanims? Is he going for a Shivas? I'm not entirely sure what he's up to as of this moment. Queen of Pain has just about enough to purchase that Scythe of Vice outright. Has enough for the Mystic Staff, has enough for the Void Stone, should easily be able to buy the both of them. Advancing on Blink Dagger, Mechanism, nothing else, but that is really all you want is an Enigma. Team of Na'Vi trying to push out this middle lane as best they can. The bear, however, is sitting around in the Radiance Burn. It's causing some problems, being a bit of a nuisance. Assault Cuirass coming in on the bear as well. Has some nice items about him. Zhao charging in the offensive, of course, can teleport his bear straight back where it needs to be. Just like that. Radiance has also been achieved by Havorst, by the Naga Siren, and is currently farming as best he can. But this is a tier 2 tower, easy peasy, secured by the team of IG. Bang, 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 bang. Lone Drill destroys the tower, and they're going to continue to push. The rest of Na'Vi have to TP in to defend the tier 3 up towards the top lane. Level 3 Necro Book to be secured up by Nature's Prophet, as well as the Scythe of Vice to be secured up by the Queen of Pain. And the team of Na'Vi really have to be careful about it. Telekinesis to come down on the bear. They're trying to take it down as best as they possibly can. Net to follow it up. The right click's coming down, but it can just be recreated as soon as it gets low in HP. A lot of dedication being used to try and take down the bear, and it still stands. It doesn't get taken down. Nice use of the illusions coming out from both parties, really. But that illusion is going to be... Ooh, no, it's going to close one. Fury and ulti flies through, does some damage, and the team of IG elect to back off. They don't continue to push this out. Things just settling down for a little bit. Dendi has still quite a few items to go. Has an Ogre Club, has himself the drums, working towards that BKB for the next item on his agenda. Level 2 on that ultimate as well. IG unifying towards this middle lane. The whatchamacallit, I just realized the score is 11-2. Not so great for Na'Vi. Once again, the team of IG are dominating like they did in the first game, dominating like they did in the preliminaries against the team of Na'Vi. It seems very back and forth. We're not really seeing many close games. The previous game that Na'Vi secured victory for themselves was pretty stompy, I have to say. Right from the get-go, they dominated. In the first game, right from the get-go, IG, very stompy. They dominated right from the get-go. Right from the get-go, right from the get-go. Let's stop saying that word repeatedly. Smoke Gate coming out for the team of IG. Nice positioning to come out of them. But no one's going to venture forward. No one's that mad. No one's that insane. Rasta working his way towards a BKB. Unimpeded shackles as well as Hex to make sure he doesn't get stunned up as soon as he lands them down. Black Hole will stop him though. That's a lot of resources being dedicated to stop a Rasta. You could probably just right-click to death. Dendi thinking of moving in on the offensive. Dragon Breath to go down, trying to weaken, just deal a little bit of damage where damage can be dealt. Mana Boots and Bottle will bring him straight back to where he needs to be. Treants to be sent down. We're trying to push both of these lanes, both the mid and the bottom. The team of IG are doing a good job of it. The pressure is being dealt. Dragon Breath to fly down. Creep Wave immediately gets eliminated. Fury and ulti to fly through. Scream of Pain flying out. Mechanism going to bring everyone back straight where they need to be. Na'Vi are holding this as best they can. They have a solid defense. Now's the time for turtling the team of Na'Vi. And the Aegis of the Immortal is going to wear out in about 3 minutes' time. So the team of IG definitely don't want to make sure they waste it. They don't want to make sure they waste it. That didn't sound right. They want to make sure that they don't waste it. That's what I was trying to say. I don't know what I said before. Backing to go down. Telekinetic Field. All the creeps being dealt down. Counter Telekinetic Field. Na'Vi Arsar is getting very low in HP and does get taken down. Net to land down there on YYF, but no further follow-up damage. Very easy pickup for the team of IG. Awards easy free farm for the team of IG. Rari 430, definitely very fond of that. Earned to bring him straight back to where he needs to be, relatively. Dragon Breath to fly down. Weaken the Creep Wave. Nice little vacuum. No further follow-up, however. Telekinetic Field goes down once again. It's actually a Rubik Telekinetic Field. Mech Charge to land down. Chuan getting a little bit low in HP. Has a Soul Ring, though, so he should be alright for damage. And the rest of IG are actually going to back off. They realize that they cannot move in on this. They cannot fight this. They should have used the Aegis, though. It's available. It's there. It's available. The bear, well, the bear replicate's currently on cooldown. Maybe that's why. Rari 430 to secure himself a double damage rune. And 2 minutes coming in on the Aegis. It's about to wear out. It won't be long now. But IG can just waltz straight back into the pit and take it for themselves. Is there any way that Na'Vi can come back in on this? The thing is, IG, or rather Zhao, the silly bear, is pretty good towards the late game because he has 12 slots in comparison to 6. While the best carry that Na'Vi have is Dragon Knight, I would say. I'd say he's a better late game carry than a Naga Siren. But it's not really a question of who can deal more damage, but who can take more damage. Lone Druid, Dragon Knight, both renowned for being very, very tanky individuals. Who will succeed, however? I'd say the Lone Druid's going to come out ahead because he just has better stuff. He's currently sitting on level 17 and Dendy's just level 12. Not to mention the amount of items. Dendy doesn't even have himself a BKB, he just has Drums, BKB, and Treads. Looking over the Lone Druid, he has a Radiance. He's working towards a... I'm trying to remember what Demon Edge builds into. Basher? No. Monkey King? Yeah, Monkey King works out. What was I lost my train of thought completely. Lone Druid has more stuff than Dendy, ergo Lone Druid is better. That's what I was going at. Smoke Gang can come out of the team of Na'Vi. You gotta make sure to turn that Radiance or else they're going to see it if they get close. But then again, if they're close enough to get Radiance burn, they're probably close enough for the Smoke of Deceit to wear off. But Roshan's going to be taken down once again by the team of IG. Na'Vi have to know that this is going on. They have to know that the reason that IG just retreated and disappeared off the map is to take down Roshan, because the Aegis was about to wear off. But alas, they seem to have no clue. And the Aegis of the Immortal for the second time is to be secured up by the team of IG, and previously they didn't even get a chance to use it. They're going to have to kill down that bear twice, and he has 2100 HP and a nice chunk of armor. He's not going to be easy to bring down. Arsart currently in on his own Ferrari 430, is scouting about for easy kills. Light of Heaven is backing off, and Arsart really needs to do the same, but he wants to try and push this lane out as much as possible. But he will no doubt see the death that is currently awaiting him and realize that, yeah, I think I might leave. I think if I stay around I might die, and dying's bad. Enigma working his way towards a BKB. Monkey King bar on the bear. Charging, we'll try and catch out Dendy. Dendy gets glimpsed straight back into a telekinetic field. He does manage to get out. It's going to be difficult to kill. Malphaston to come down as well as the... Oh my god, he dies within the course of seconds. As well as the Entangle, and he's dead. Easy peasy. Now IG get themselves another easy kill, and now they're moving in towards the tier 3 tower at this middle lane. Is it possible for the team of Na'Vi to hold out against this, especially when they're one member down? He has enough for buyback, but does he want to spend it? He doesn't just want that BKB, he needs that BKB. Then again, we've got the Entangle, we've got the Black Hole. Both of these will go straight through that Black King bar and do absolutely nothing, or make it do absolutely nothing. They're being tracked up once again, the team of Na'Vi trying to take it down as best as possible. There goes a net, there goes a telekinetic field that I forget the name of. Light of Heaven being trapped up once again, the Hex land down on him, the right clicks is being dealt. The wall gets dropped as well, and Light of Heaven falls within the course of seconds. Song of the Siren. Buybacks being had. Dendy has returned to the fray. Na'Vi are going to try and fight this as best as possible. The wards go down on Ferrari 430. He is just going to blink straight out. Chuan does the exact same thing. Malphas to come down from Vorse. Currently in the Static Storm. He's trapped in the nice vacuum to come down once again. The Sonic Scream wipes down Horse. And Light of Heaven, the sole survivor right now. Dendy going back off. Puppy doing the exact same thing. Light of Heaven is looking he's going to get taken down. The Entangle comes down. The Mech Charge will do nothing. Trying to TP out, but alas, no such thing will be had. And an unstoppable killing spree to be achieved by Ferrari 430.
Radiant's top tower
Illusion trying to do what they can, but alas, all they can do is not that much. Mech to bring everyone straight back to where they need to be. Arsart moving in the offensive. The shot goes down. Zhao is very low on HP. Vacuum to land in on Dendy, as well as the Hex, as well as the Entangle. Spell was stolen. Telekinetic field to land down as well. Malphas stun, and Dendy is dead. Vacuum once again. Counter vacuum coming out of Puppy. Didn't do a difference. Net to land down on Lycanwolf. I mean, on the bear. Doesn't matter once again. And from here on out, it's just a waiting game for IG to finish them off. Can Na'Vi come back in from this? I have my doubts. Silly Bear sitting at 280 last hits. He's having a wonderful time. Quick gander at the gold. 14k advantage secured by the team of Invictus Gaming. 15k advantage in the experience department once again secured by the team of Invictus Gaming. They're looking strong, they're looking good, they're looking unstoppable as of this point. What was Naga Siren going towards? Like another Vitality booster? Oh, going for a heart, obviously. Telekinetic field, they're just illusions. They don't care in the slightest. Mech charge to go down. These illusions are dealing some damage and causing some problems, however. Being a little bit of a nuisance, but it's nothing more than a tickle. Nothing more, something that Na'Vi is just going to wipe off. They don't really care. Divorced. The rest of Na'Vi, smoke gank, smoking up. They're looking for some easy kills. Will they be able to find it? There is a YYF here. But he's looking very formidable. He does indeed have Shivas working towards an Aghanim's next by the looks of it. He's had that point booster for a while though. He might just be having it for a bit of extra health and mana and nothing more than that. BKB in hand for the Chuan. Interrupting him is going to be a little bit difficult, but the net goes through BKB and it does interrupt spells. So as long as the Naga Siren doesn't get caught out, should be okay to cancel up that black hole. Still only 2 kills for the team of Na'Vi. Compared to IG's 12. They're snowballing out of control as of this moment. There, charging in the offensive. No, there's not. The tier 3, the barrack still stands, but the tier 3 tower has been taken down. Fortification is not available for the team of Na'Vi. And now they're charging in. Just the illusions going forth. The Light of Vacuum, Light of Heaven pops the mech charge. Song of the Siren goes down as a Hex and the Malphite stun land down on the Light of Heaven. Pavor's getting in position. Counter Vacuum to go down. The wards are currently grouped all up, but can they actually do anything? BKB's been popped off. The pipe has been used up as well. Light of Heaven trying to do what he can. His HP is very low. Denny caught in the Static Storm as well as the Telekinetic Field. Pavor's going to get taken down. Blink to screen to come down, and there goes a black hole. Only catching out one, but Denny falls anyway. The GG being called out. The team of Na'Vi as they know that they cannot come back from the deficit that they currently have. The Ancient takes the fall, and IG secure game number 2 of a potential best of 5 in the International Grand Finals. IG, 1 game away from victory. Will Na'Vi fight it back in the next and force a 5th game, or will IG just wipe them over like they did in the first game and like they did in this game? Will Na'Vi pull out a secret weapon? We'll have to wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Toshley. I'll see you next time.